it is lunch. So basically, every single Wednesday, I get to have a lunch date. And well, today, my date is so special. And you know why? Because we're going to talk about something that affects every single woman. There's no lady, queen, princess in this world who has never been to a salon. So that means everyone, at least at one point in their lives, whether young, old, or in between, you'll take time to dive into a salon. And well, today, my lunch date is Patricia Tusiime, a founder of Eclipse Saloon. Well, guys, she looks so amazing. She looks so beautiful. I don't even know how to bring it out, but well, I think the voice is going to say it all. So let me let Patricia, say something.
Hi, dear listeners. Thank you for listening in to the number one station, Sanyu FM. Glad to be here, Corey.
It's like, I was just saying it, and trust me now, the voice matches everything. But anyway, thank goodness you've made it for the lunch date. It's always quite an honor. And through these lunch dates, we get to inspire so many people. And talking about that, let's talk about the Eclipse Saloon. What was the inspiration? What inspired you from all kinds of things in this world for you to dive in and start Eclipse Saloon?
Well, thank you so much. What inspired me was something like self-motivated. As a child, I grew up when my mom used to cut off our hair.
Yes.
Yes, so actually she never, we never even used to go to salon kind of setup. She used scissors. So I said, if I ever have a chance to doll around with my hair, I'll definitely open up a salon and do everything I want with my hair. So that's why I got the inspiration for the salon.
Oh, okay. So what has been your most defining moment when you're opening up the salon? I believe probably you have a memory of the first day.
The first day.
For the salon to be open. What do you remember about the first day?
Oh, the first day was quite challenging as I was diving into something I just had passion for, not experience for. So I first did a bit of research about hairdressing and the like.
Yes.
So opening up the first salon, of course, I sourced for the best hairdressers.
Yes.
And being in a new location, we kind of pulled it off. The first day was really memorable. We had very big clientele.
Yes. And well, talking about, you gave us a little memory of how your mom, always used to cut your hair and all that. So I believe this was something probably you were quite passionate about, or was this just a path that found you in between there?
Yeah, of course. As a person, I'm so passionate about beauty. I'm one person who goes out always looking so good.
Yes.
Even when I'm going to the gym, I have to have my lipstick on. My hair is on point. So
like now.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So my childhood memory, we used to have very beautiful hair.
Yes.
But our mom never gave us the chance to enjoy the hair.
Yes.
So she would cut. So my first experience of having long hair was in secondary school. Actually in senior 5. That's when I told my mom, mom, you're not cutting off my hair anymore. So that's when I grew my hair, and I said, from this moment on, I'll do all sorts of things to my hair, color, do the braids, everything to it.
Well, I must say Eclipse Saloon has built a strong reputation. Now, what do you think makes you stand out from all the rest? Because there are plenty, and every single day there's one that comes up and about. So what makes Eclipse Saloon stand out?
We use very authentic products. Actually, most of our products are from the US and the UK. So we use products that match our clients' hair.
Yes.
We have very experienced staff, the hairdressers are professional. We do continuous training in hairdressing, so they are always on point. or like on the new trends going on.
Yes.
So even the ambience, like right now when you sit in Eclipse Salon, you feel you're really at home. So you feel you're going to get something good.
Yes.
So that makes us stand out.
Nice. I swear after here, we are so going to the salon. We are. Anyway, you talked about investing in training, all your professionals who work at the salon. So what, aren't you a little bit scared that after you train someone that this salonist could probably disappear? Because there's some people who say we love to train people, but then when we train these people, they learn and then they leave. So how have you kept on ground with all these workers, all these professionals in your salon?
Yeah, on record, actually, I must say that I've kept workers for as long as some of my workers have been there for 10 years.
Oh, wow. Yes. So my God, that's hard to find.
Yes, we've had that employee retention. I think basically because of the benefits we give them.
Yes.
I have people who have worked with me for 13 years, for as long as the salon is old. So we train. Of course, you expect that they will go, but you cannot leave out that training bit.
Yes.
Because you have to keep them up to date. So whether they go, you bring others and train. So that's a challenge you face, but it's inevitable.
Well, many people want to start salons, but they struggle. They really, really struggle. You have made it 13 years of Eclipse Saloon. 13 good years. I must say that's quite amazing, and congratulations for that. So what could be, your best advice, to anyone, just that first step, if someone ever wanted to start up a salon?
The first step, first of all, you have to have awareness about the beauty industry.
Yes.
These hairdressers tend to take their employers for granted. Like if they know you don't know what is up with what they are doing, so they tend to take you for granted. So if you really want to dive into this kind of industry, first of all, you have to do research about it.
Yes.
Know the trends. Like me, I interview, I train, I do everything personally for my hairdressers. So they don't come off like, hey, we do this, we know this. I know everything. So someone diving into this kind of industry, you must really know a bit. You have to have some clues about the beauty industry.
And we're looking through, I bet you've made a few mistakes here and there.
Yes.
Those are so many years. Yeah. What are some of those mistakes that you've done that you remember? You're like, oh my God, if I was to take it back, I would have corrected it, have done it a different way. What are some of those mistakes you've done, as a business owner?
Some of the mistakes I've made are like hiring people who are like learning on job. Some people who are really not competent, but you know that they are going to train and get there, or you know that they are good at something and then they end up disappointing you. So in some instances there's nothing really much you can do about it, but like if I can take back something, I really wish if I was the one like doing everything myself, which I can't do. But those are the mistakes I regret. Like if I could be the one handling all my clients. Yes.
Well, looking through, Uganda is a beautiful place with so many beautiful women, and we are rich on culture and trends. I must say there's just so much going on in this Uganda these days. 1 minute you're there and then you just see a stadium like, oh my God, so this one is happening. But anyway, it's 2025, Staying ahead of the trends is one of the most difficult things that most businesses face. Now, the beauty industry is constantly evolving, not having the Gen Zs on board. So how do you ensure that Eclipse Saloon stays ahead in every changing market?
Well, we have continuous education trainings. We attend seminars about hairdressing. We do a lot of social media. We check out new trends. We consult our suppliers about the new products. So basically, I try on most of the new products because I'm like, if the hair has to be in a mess, it has to be minute for the client. So, so Eclipse has been able to stand that trend by that view.
Well, quite interesting. Let's just talk about 2025. What trends are setting up right now? What are those trends that people are doing now that even you in your salon? People come in and ask for it over and over again. You never know, someone is still in 2024 and they have no idea we're now in 2025 when it comes to beauty trends.
Yeah, what's trending now is like what you have on, a wig installation.
Yes.
Yes, it's really trending. Of late, ladies are so lazy with doing hair, because it really takes a lot of time.
Yes.
Someone comes into salon 11, they get out at 4. So with a wig installation, you just do your cornrows, so you install your wig, and in just a few minutes you're out. So they're doing a lot of wig installations, box braids, which take like 2 hours. Actually, we do the best box braids in town.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
okay.
I know that for sure. So we really try to capitalize on the trends that don't take a lot of time. We do cornrows. We do very simple styles, but really stand out. Yes.
Well, can we talk about comeback trends that you feel for many people had forgotten them, but now 2025, they're actually coming back.
Yes.
Someone might be like, hey, back in the day, my mom or my sister, my auntie used to rock this one, but now you see, and it's a normal trend. What are some of those that are really making major comebacks?
These things are repetitive, so some of the trends that are really coming back are the cornrows, but in different shapes and styles.
Yeah.
Then people want to rock afros, those. Actually, people are now going to natural hair more. So people are tending to rock their afro hair, their natural way.
Yeah.
So those are hairstyles that are back in the day, but are coming now into trend, and they're really easy to maintain.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see someone rocking their afro, please let them, because we're having Patricia here emphasizing that trend is so back for 2025. But well, since you're here, let's just talk about, a little bit of, looking at some things that really people, in most cases, when it comes to service, people always say that there's high end and there's low end. And most times people say that it's just very hard to sometimes strike the balance. So how is Patricia striking the balance with Eclipse Saloon? How are you striking the balance between high end services and low end? In between there, someone says, there's some salons you can't go to. And there's some salons you're like, you know what? Come what come may, we can do it. How is Eclipse balancing all that?
We have very friendly prices. Yes, very friendly. Actually, Eclipse Salon is one place you walk to and you do negotiate.
Okay.
You don't have standard prices. We take you as you are. Basically, most of the times we look at your hair type and what you want to do. We don't set standards like we do retouch for this much, whether the hair is this long or this. We really negotiate with our clients to come to terms with them, and their our prices are really very pocket friendly.
Well, I love the way you say that, because there's some ladies who keep complaining. There's some salons you're walking in like, this one is not our type. This one is not our class. And then you begin asking yourselves, but you people, I brought you money.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to push me away?
Yeah, we have a negotiation basis.
Yes.
Yes, so we don't really take up standard prices like we're not fixed. We really negotiate because we want to attract everyone.
Okay, that's quite interesting. If you could go back to the very first year of running the Eclipse Saloon, what's one thing you would do differently? So you've been through all these years, but let's just take it back to the first year of your business. What is that one thing that you'd really say, you know what, I think if I did this a little different, I think, to be in a different place right now?
Actually, taking back, because those would be like 12 years back. Like I said before, it's the staff, the quality of staff you employ, high standard quality staff.
Yes.
Yeah, who would attract like high standard quality clients.
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, I started off on a low note because we started in a locality called Bunga. So I underestimated the clientele. Youth people there have money. So I was like, let's charge haircuts at 5,000.
Yes.
I wish like I started off charging like 20,000, 10,000, they would pull it off.
Yes.
But I started like undermining the clientele, thinking that maybe they would think we are expensive and all that. But really, now I believe that now I'm in a new location. I've set standards.
Let's talk about those locations.
Yes.
Let's talk about the locations. Where is Eclipse Saloon located?
Eclipse Saloon, let me first talk about its first location because the branch is still there.
Yes.
Eclipse Saloon was located in Bunga, Kalungu Road. Bunga Kauku Road. And right now it's located on Buziga Rise, Kaboja, Old Kaboja Road.
Yeah.
So that's the new location. So, you know, when I talk about Buziga, you can imagine the kind of ambience there.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, talk about ambience and clientele. Have you ever faced a client or have you ever had a client who clearly comes in and you're like, can you give us sort of those stories where a client probably came in and probably wanted a particular style and then you gave them even a better off style, but then they no, I actually wanted this kind of style. Give us, how did you come by? How did you handle such a situation? Because I know they're there. Sometimes I'm on social media and I see, saloonists cutting off their hair because a client could not afford or pay or decided to just say, no, this is not what I wanted. How does, Eclipse Saloon handle this?
Yeah, in this kind of industry, one thing I've come to learn is dealing in the beauty industry, women, including myself, we are not very appreciative people. We're not easily appreciative.
Yes.
So someone can come in with very, very untidy hair, worse hair, then you do it to your standard and think you've really done your best, but they'll say you've messed it more. Yeah, simply sometimes because maybe they've not liked the person who has worked on them. And that's when I come in, like, to explain to them about the products that they have used and how the nature of the hair is, why it had to come out that way, because we all don't have the same kind of hair. Someone might come with a picture from Pinterest, but they want to look exactly like that. Yet their hair texture is something so different from what they present.
And even the face.
Yeah. So you try so hard to explain to them that they will not come out like that, and then they insist that they want to come out like that. So in such cases, sometimes it's a draw. You're like, please, we are sorry, because a customer is never in wrong.
Yeah.
So we always, like, I step in, we are sorry, you didn't come off like how you wanted to come off.
Yes.
But next time better. Or sometimes we give them like a discount on the next visit. Like, if you didn't like your hairstyle, the next visit, please come get a discount on the new style. So we can even choose for you what suits your face and your hair.
I think I'd like that one. I'd really want to walk into a salon and just tell the salonist, do magic. It's 2025.
Yes.
Just do what you think my face would love. Because trust me, sometimes we're perfectionists and we don't really know that we have dog faces or we have, what are those faces? Cat faces. You have no idea that you have it.
Yeah,
so someone
you just
who
want
is
to look like that star in the picture.
Yes.
Yet you can't look like them.
It's quite interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a just tiny little break. For those who have just joined us, it's the lunch date. We're having Patricia Tusiime in the building, the founder of Eclipse Saloon, and we're talking everything business, beauty, and all that. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back. And we are on the lunch date. And today I'm super duper happy that my lunch date is a founder or the CEO, Queen Boss of Eclipse Saloon. Now, for those around Bunga, Buziga, Munyonyo, definitely you know the lady I'm talking about. And if you haven't reached out, then please check out Eclipse Saloon. And this time around, we're just, chit-chatting about the starting and how business can be. But truth be told, they say it's not an easy thing. Running a business isn't easy. So, Patricia, what has been the biggest challenge you have faced and how did you overcome it?
Oh, Okay, now this was quite a challenge. It's employee retention.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's really, really hard to retain the employees.
Yes.
Because these are people we source from different places. Some of them are just skilled, but without ethical backgrounds. They come and tomorrow you're looking for someone to work on a client, they are gone. Without even mentioning that, hey, I'm not going to be around for they've gone to another place.
Yes.
My biggest challenge, I could say, was when I just dived into the business. I think I was just like 8 months into the business when half of my staff, I should say, there were actually like 8, and 5 of them went into a different location and left the salon.
My God.
Yeah. Coming in the morning, I'm asking my cashier, where is everyone?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not seeing them. So around midday, I get a call from a neighbor who also had a salon. She's also called Patricia. So she tells me, Patricia, I have all your workers here. They have come to look for jobs here. I'm like, seriously? I've been waiting for those people. She's like, no, they are here, that they want jobs here. I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea. So she tells me, but I'm not going to employ them. What's the problem there?
Yes.
Like, I've just had those people. It's just like 6 months into the business. I don't really know what's wrong. So I came to understand their problem was they wanted to run my business for me.
Oh.
Yes, they wanted to like set the prices, have their clients and do all this. But because I was constantly there, they couldn't come off with that. So they said, this is not a place for us to do our devious ways. So they went to ask for jobs somewhere else. So that was quite challenging, having to look for new stuff. Because from that time, I told them, just leave. Have nothing to do with you. You're very incompetent. If you can go to the neighborhood and ask for a job when you're already working here, and imagine in my salon uniform. So yeah, that's why. So it was a very, very big challenge. And also, these employees tend to just like walk into a salon, even when they're on job, they walk somewhere else, they ask for a job. And for you, assume you have them there. You even booked a client to work on them.
Yes.
Then you hear that someone is just on the neighborhood working.
Jeez.
So those are the biggest challenges I've faced, but I say to myself, I thank God I had a very big support system, that being my husband.
Yeah.
He's always been supportive. Like when I fall, he tells me, you know what, Patricia, no, you just let that go. We are not closing this business. Let's just look for new workers. And that's what we've been doing until we really came up with a good team that tried to move with us for quite some years. And I'm so glad. I want to applaud this person, my cashier. She's called Scovia Chandiru.
Oh,
She's been with me for the 13 years.
Wow.
She's seen everything in the salon. And I believe she's still there. I thank her. And I thank everyone else who is there.
Yes.
But for that specific one, I call her my daughter. Yes. Because amidst all the challenges, she's been there.
Yes. And well, so many businesses would have fallen out. Many people would have already burned out and said, you know what, I can't take this one. Like I could not. But then from all that went on and on and on, what lesson have you learned as a business person that you believe any other person who has a business now would actually take up? What are your go-to motivations? When you wake up every single morning, what's that thing that you always say, okay, you know what? It's not going right, but at least I know this. What are some of those that keep you, up and about?
The lesson I've learned is that I have to keep going. Even when I fall, I have to get up. I know that there are challenges in every business. It's not only the salon business. There are challenges. I don't let someone put me down because I believe, and I always tell my employees that my business is bigger than you. So I always have that in mind, at the back of my mind, that I know at some point in time I'll face the challenges, but I cannot give up just because of a specific challenge. And I also hold on to God. I have a very supportive family. My family, oh my God, I don't know what I should say about my family.
Wow.
My family, whether I bring the worst hairdresser or anyone, like I tell them, please come, we try out this one.
Yeah.
Come, we try out. They are like the demos.
Yeah.
They come out, they give me the feedback. My family, that's being my siblings. I also have very loyal clients who give me feedback. So I know one thing, that if you're diving into business, you shouldn't be like faint-hearted. You should be strong. You know that you're bound to face challenges, but you'll overcome them. It's just a phase in life. We face challenges, not only in business, life, experiences, health. So I hold on to God, my loyal customers, my family. So that keeps me going.
I actually love the way you said you love feedback. You know, so many businesses, especially when people are starting, they never want to listen. And well, you're so lucky that you actually have family that comes through, because most people who set up their businesses, they always say the people who actually come to their businesses are strangers, you know, not even family, but strangers. But I'm glad you have quite of a support system. But now that you've been in this business for this long, honey, if you just had one particular celebrity that you'd want to work on, let's look at Uganda and let's look at abroad. Yeah, if you had that star, that superstar, who would it be? Who would you want to walk to the doors of Eclipse Saloon?
In Uganda, I would love Juliana to walk into my salon.
Juliana Kanyomose, we are looking for you, okay? Internationally?
Internationally, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, girl.
That's my icon.
And there's something about her beauty, yeah?
Yes.
That's just
She doesn't
so strong.
age.
It doesn't age. Yes. I love the way you're saying that. So if you just had a superpower, you know, as a saloonist, what could that superpower be?
That superpower would be like to attract like those stars to come into my salon.
Strictly stars should come to your salon.
Stars, yes. The ones they call stars.
Yes.
The celebrities.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
to come into my salon.
Wow, that's quite interesting. So looking through, I believe there's a future that you see of Eclipse Saloon. What future? Where do you see Eclipse Saloon? Now you have 2 branches. 2025 is, you know, only getting started. But where do you see Eclipse Saloon?
Actually, in the pipeline, we're planning to start a hairdressing school.
Oh, nice.
Yes, we're planning to start a hairdressing school within the locality. We want to empower the youth with skills. Because of late I realized people are making a lot of money in makeup, hairdressing. You know, you walk into a makeup studio, they tell you to just do your makeup for something that takes 30 minutes. Someone will charge you like 200,000.
Yeah.
So we want to empower the youth with such skills. So in 5 years, I'm looking at opening up a school, then branches along Entebbe Road and the suburbs of Kampala. Yes.
Well, I can see already a bright future, a good one indeed. But then looking through, many say today with all the social media that we have, people can learn how to do their hairstyles, their makeup and all that. Aren't you a little bit scared?
No, I'm not scared because at the end of the day, there's something they call a professional touch.
Yes.
Much as you can do your hair, there's that touch you can miss. And even your own makeup, there are things that you can miss out. I still believe as salons, we still have that chance to stand out. Yes, you can't do it all as a person. You always have to come in.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if someone was listening in right now and they would love to get to Eclipse Saloon, it's Women's Month. Yes. So are we having a few offers going up and about?
Oh, yes. We've been running offers from February, from the time we opened the new branch. We've been having a 10% discount on all services. Even in this month, we're giving all our women a discount. Only women, not men.
Yes.
Only women, a 20% discount actually on all hairstyles and styles. Yeah.
Yes.
So, and we also planning to do a grand opening for our place.
Nice.
On the 18th of April. I think that's Good Friday.
Yay! we're going to be there.
Yeah, that's the grand opening of our salon. So I implore all my clients to please come around. I have something for you, something special for you, most especially for my loyal clients who have been with me for the 13 years. You know, I've had people who have moved with me for all the 13 years.
Yes.
Some live as far as Entebbe, they come to Eclipse Saloon. Some live as far as Luzira, Chengera, all those places, and they all come there. So really, I feel this is the time for me to give them back. So please don't miss out on that day.
Well, some ladies are usually very angry about their husbands going to the saloons. You know why? Yeah. Because I always say there's that lady who begins massaging things and they're like, that far, as in how? So since I'm having you who owns a saloon, what's your take and say on these ladies, the masseuse, the ones who massage after that back cut, that baba cut? I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, actually, I've had quite some experiences.
Yes.
Like some ladies could even walk up to me like, Patricia, you tell that woman to stop massaging my husband in such a way. I'm like, but this is professional.
Yes.
Like, you know, sometimes also men tend to be funny. Like when they're massaging them, they close their eyes. They, you know, they are feeling that touch. Yeah. So that's why the women get jealousy. But at Eclipse Salon, it's strictly professional. We do like head to shoulder massage.
Yes.
We do not go into the details of making someone feel like cozy. So, ladies, please, you should feel safe at Eclipse Saloon.
Okay.
Yes,
So
our workers are really professional.
Okay. At least now I know I can let Bay come to Eclipse Saloon. At least you've given me, my heart was like, I always fear these saloons. But anyway, can you kindly just give us a little bit of where we can find Eclipse Saloon? What numbers? Are you on social media? Where should we follow? Because we definitely want to come in for the opening and, of course, to make our hair every single day.
Apparently, Eclipse Salon is located in Buziga, Old Kaboja Road, Buziga Rise. It's opposite Gloss Car Wash. Yes, our Bunga branch, which is still under renovation, is still located at Mama House.
Yes.
Opposite Oryx petrol station. Our numbers are 0700 794985. You can reach us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are everywhere on social media. Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and, just dive into the fun part since we are today's best music.
Yes.
What is your go-to song? If you want to sing that to all your clients right now, someone listening in and they know Patricia is on 88.2 Sanyu FM. So what's your go-to song that you listen to over and over again?
Oh, my song is Unstoppable by Sia.
Nice.
Yes, because I'm unstoppable.
I love that anthem. I'm so adding it to all my playlists because, truth be told, there's a lot of big message on this one. Well, thanks for coming through, Patricia.
Thank you so much, Corey, for having me.
You're welcome.